So here's the ultimate solution for you getting laid. 5 steps. Step number 1, envision yourself attracting cute girls. Step number 2, study the principles of attraction. You need the theoretical foundation. Step number 3, go out and socialize every week. If you don't do this, nothing else works. Now you might say, but Leo, I don't know where to go. It doesn't matter. Find a place. Research it. But Leo, I don't know what to say. It doesn't matter. Say whatever comes to your mind. You'll get better as you keep going. But Leo, I don't have the skills. It doesn't matter. I had 0 skills. Just go and start practicing and you'll start learning the skills. This is going to take a lot of trial and error. Number 4, work on your victim complex and all of your limiting beliefs. You have to question them and question them and question them until they're all destroyed. Some of this work you can do just by yourself sitting at home, questioning beliefs, but a big component of questioning your limiting beliefs and breaking down your victim mindset is actually going out, talking to girls, and as you're talking to girls, you will get contradictory evidence to your limiting beliefs. For example, you might believe that no hot girl will ever get attracted to me, but if you go out and you start talking to a bunch of girls, one hot girl at least will get attracted to you, and then that will be counter evidence to your limiting belief. Or you might believe that girls require you to have a fast car and lots of money and muscles. And then you go out and you discover that, hey, I get plenty of girls who get attracted to me, even though I don't have muscles, even though I don't have a fast car, and I don't have a lot of money. That means my belief was wrong. And step number 5 is be tenacious and do not quit. Keep going until you get the results you want. Here's what you'll discover if you do this, that your looks don't matter nearly as much as you think they do. They matter to some extent, but not as much as you think. And you can still get decent results. You'll also discover that money doesn't matter at all. What you'll discover is that if you chat with 30 new girls every week for 1 year, you're almost guaranteed to get a girlfriend from doing that. So 30 new girls every week times 52 weeks, that's 1,500 girls. At least a few of those will sleep with you, and at least a few of those will want to become your girlfriends. As I said, it took me 450 or so approaches to get my first girl. You might say, well, that's a lot of work, and I don't like that number. That doesn't sound like a good number. Leo, you were so bad at game. Actually, no. Some of the best coaches that I know who have done like 10,000 or 20,000 approaches and who just get amazing results these days, when they first got into game, it also took them about 400 approaches to get their first girl. So it's not because I was particularly bad. It's just the learning curve is incredibly steep. And remember, it's not always going to stay steep. Eventually, you'll break the back of the learning curve, and then on the second half of it, you're going to get lots of results for relatively little effort. But the first step in doing all this is believing that you can do it. If you don't believe you can do this, if you're not 110% motivated and excited to go out there and start trying this, it's never going to work for you. This takes serious motivation. You have to have like a crazy belief in yourself, because at the beginning, you're not going to be getting great results. And if you think you can talk to 10 or 20 girls and one of them will sleep with you, you're fooling yourself. The first 10 or 20 girls that you talk to, they're not going to sleep with you. In fact, they're probably going to be horrible, cringy interactions, very socially awkward. But from that, you will learn. Although, funny story is that when I got into pickup back in like 2012, my brother also struggled in this department, and he also kind of got interested in it a little bit, not as much as I did, but he went out and, I basically shared some of the insights that I had and some of like the courses that I was taking with him. He listened to like one audio product that I had back then that I bought. He listened to it. It was like a day game approach course. He listened to it. He went out to like the local Barnes and Nobles where they have a little cafe area just to, practice an approach. He did his first approach, talked to one girl sitting at a coffee table, and she became his girlfriend. First approach. Right? So of course you can get lucky. Even on your first approach, you can get lucky, but I wouldn't count on that. See? And because really what determines your success in game is your tenacity and your persistence. I don't even want you to get success on your first 100 approaches, because if you do, you're going to get sort of a bad, lazy mindset. You're going to expect that you should get more results for, too little effort. You got to be really willing to work on this. So here's what I would like you to do if you're serious about this. If you really want to change this aspect of your life and you want to get good with girls, you need to make the following commitment. I commit to chatting with 30 new girls every week. All right? Say this with me. Make this commitment right now if you're serious. I commit to chatting with 30 new girls every week. And you count them. Everyone you talk to, you count them. Now, where do you find 30 new girls to talk to? You don't know yet. And it doesn't really matter. You'll figure that out. You'll go to cafes, you'll go to malls, you'll go to bars, you'll go to nightclubs. Figure out where you can find 30 new girls every week. And if you can't find them in your city because you live in a town with 1,000 people in it, then you say to yourself, okay, part of what it means to honor my commitment for chatting with 30 new girls every week is that I'm moving cities to a city where this is actually possible. You see? Also, I want you to commit to going out of your house 3 times per week at least. 3 times a week, 3 nights a week, you go out to a bar or a club and you socialize. And when I talk about socialize, it's not necessarily that you even need to like flirt with girls. Just learn to socialize. Just socialization alone will solve a giant chunk of your problem. See, your problem is deeper than not having game. For many of you guys, your problem is simply a lack of socialization. It's not that you can't socialize with girls. You don't even know how to socialize with guys. Go to a bar or a club. Forget about the girls. To begin with, just befriend some guys. Talk about sports. Talk about video games. Talk about whatever guy stuff you want to talk about, cars or whatever, Joe Rogan or some bullshit. Talk about that. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. If you can't do that, then how can you talk to girls? And then I want you to make a commitment to yourself that you're going to find your dream girl through this process. That's ultimately what you're after, is your dream girl, whatever that is for you.